Hello, guys, and welcome right back to the Rastakhan Rumbles card review for Arena. This time we're doing the neutral cards. I left, came back, ate, and I'm ready to go. It feels good, man. So I took out some of the UI stuff just because I didn't really feel like it has a bearing. Like rating the legendary class as a whole does absolutely nothing. So we're just gonna go card by card, rate the cards, and you should be familiar with this already. If you're not, then I have no advice for you. We will start. First card is Ondasta. That's the name. Alright. So it's a 9 mana 7/7 rush. So it's a charged Ivysaur, basically extra mana. So you're paying an extra mana to have this effect. Overkill, summon the beast from your hand. So charged Ivysaur is a fantastic card, one of my favorite like late game cards. And then overkill, summon the beast from your hand. So you need beast synergy to make this work. But this can be very nasty. Just like a lot of the beast synergy cards, there's a lot of high potential with these type of cards. 9 mana means you can't hero power, so there is some limiting factor, but a 7/7 rush is pretty powerful in itself. I think this card is okay, because I mean, what would I rate charged Ivysaur? Probably a 1.5. So I think I'm gonna rate this a 2.5. The issue is that you've gotta, whoa. Oh, I know what that is. Wait, why is that mode on? Anyways, turn off insert. Just the fact that you have to pay an extra mana is a little too limiting, so I think it's an okay card. Pretty good. Beast synergy from your hand is not super common, but it's something that can happen. I think it's a playable card. Haka the Soul Flayer. Death Rattle summon a Corrupted Blood. It should show Corrupted Blood somewhere. Here it is. So you take 3 damage when you draw it, and then you shuffle 2 copies of it into your deck. So it'll eventually kill you. Is basically what this does. Wait, you don't draw a card? Do you not draw a card? So is it not take 3 damage, draw a card? Is it legit that is your draw for the turn? Huh. Or is that just like I forgot to draw a card in the in the card copy? Interesting. I guess you don't draw, huh? I guess you don't draw because then you could like die instantly. Maybe that's the issue they have. So you actually, that is your draw for the turn. Interesting. That's interesting in general. But it's a 10 mana 9/6. And it goes to both of your decks, so that kind of oh, it's a Death Rattle. Wow, that's slowest. That's slow. That's a very slow card then. If it has to die, it's not a battle cry effect. That's like a worse worm. I think this card is actually not good for Arena. Yeah, it's a slower worm. That doesn't sound good. Yeah, I don't think this card's good. It's a 9/6, so it's a 6 health minion for 10 mana. This might even it's close to unplayable, to be honest. It doesn't help you at all. You're paying 10 mana, you don't draw 5 cards. You don't collect gold, you don't get 200. Nothing exciting with this card. I'm not a fan. Griftta. Discover 2 cards, give 1 to your opponent at random. So I kind of look at this like a mystic. Yeah, I don't know why other people are not looking at it like a mystic. Right? It's a on curve card that gives one of you a random, gives both of you a random card. An on curve card, good for the cost, and then gives both of you a random card. I kind of look at it like a mystic, and mystic's actually not that bad. I didn't like mystic at the beginning. just because, like, I don't like the randomness factor. Sometimes your opponent gets a card that wins you the game, or sometimes you get a card that wins the game. Like, I don't like that. I'd rather just play my style and win regardless, you know. I don't want to give you a chance. But this is kind of the same thing. But I ended up liking Mystic, or picking it just because, like, having an on-curve card with good stats is just so important. It doesn't really matter. If you have nothing else, that your opponent can, like, get something crazy. And it's not all the time game-breaking, right? Sometimes you both get, like, a 2-2 or a 2-3, and that's whatever. I feel like this is going to be similar, just maybe more swingy at times, but like sometimes the 2-drops are also insanely powerful. So it feels like a Mystic to me, and I think Mystic is actually good. So I'm kind of looking at it like a Yeti, and Yeti would be a great card, I would say. So maybe I would lower it. Well, I'm gonna stick to my guns and just hold it as a great card, but it's not great. That's the thing. It's not. I can't give it. It's not a great card. It's just a card that does the job. But sometimes you lose because of it, right? But sometimes you also win because of it. But I don't like the fact that you can lose because of it. I don't like cards where you can just randomly lose because you play it, rather than cards that you can randomly win. Like that's. But if you're giving your opponent the same chance, then I don't like that. So I think it's an okay card. It's a Yeti stat line, but sometimes you'll lose. And you know, it's like an Etten, the Etten that summons a Doomsayer. Sometimes you just lose because you play that. Same thing, right? So I don't hate it. The Undertaker. I gotta say it like that, man. Gain the death rattle effects of 350 minutes of die this game. That's actually kind of annoying because the death rattle cards that are played in Arena are kind of strong, right? Like Worm is a common one, Apple Bomb's a common one. Things like just like gain a card, maybe the Pinata. That's a death rattles that do things, right? So having multiple copies of a card like that is actually annoying. And this card, though it dies like Starfall and stuff, the death rattle triggers is pretty good. So I think this card's gonna actually be great, like actually a powerful card. You do need the synergy, you do need a draft death rattles that can take advantage of this, but if you can get some synergy for this, I think this will be an easy card to just drop on 8 and say, you know, are you gonna let me smash your face for 8? No, because the Undertaker is coming for you. So seems like a good card to me. I will be playing with it, mostly because I play a lot of control, and a lot of control runs good death rattle cards, so seems good. Set 2 players mana crystal to 5. So this is just a 6 mana 5/5 to me. I don't really see the big point of setting cards to 5. You don't really gain a tempo advantage or anything like that. So just a 6 mana 5/5, which is like below average. So I'm gonna give it the below average stat line of 3.5. It's not quite bad, but it's not good or average. It's below average. So there it is. And that's the Blood Again. Epic cards. I hate this card. I hate this card, man. I think it's really strong. That's why, because there's no counterplay to this card. It's just a dumb design, in my opinion. Sorry if you're watching this, whoever designed this, and you're like, hey, I made this card. The issue with this card for me is that there is no thought to. This card can instantly win you the game, and there's no thought to it, right? So you play this card, and then next turn you top deck a beast on curve, and you play it. Boom, instant. Like that's like. I'm probably hitting my mic, but that's probably like game swinging. There's like insane beasts in the game. Even the one they added, I'm trying to find it. Right, they added like a 3/5 for 3 beasts. Where are you? I'll find you. Oh, man, this is not helping my point. I probably skipped it. Okay, whatever. There's a 3/5 for 5 beast in the game. I know I'm still looking for it. I have well, whatever. So okay, all right. I'm going off tangent. So you play this card, you top deck a beast, it gets +2/+2, and you can play it on curve. That's super game changing, super game swinging. You did nothing. because the stat line in this is really good. 3 mana 3/4 is very playable, very strong. So having this just good card that you always draft because it has great stats on top of an insane effect, right? It's for no reason at all. It's MCT all over again. You know, in arena at least. It's just it's not gonna. I mean, it's not gonna trigger as often unless you draft specifically around this card and just draft beasts. But it's still a dumb card in the sense of you're not really doing anything. You're not really outplaying your opponent. You just have this card and then you top deck a beast that works with this, and you're like, well, now I just win. Here's my 6/6 on 4 for no reason. Here's my 7/9 rush taunt for no reason. It's just like I don't feel good that I beat you because I happen to top deck a beast after I played this. I don't know. I don't like this card. It's a strong card, but I don't like it. And I'm complaining. But I digress. Let's move on. Max Contender. If you control a secret, play a secret from your deck. I'm not a fan of this card, mostly because you need 2 secrets, right? Like first of all, that's hard. Right? You need 2 secrets, then they have to be played like on curve or whatnot. Alright, first of all, when am I know a lot of you draft secrets, but I don't draft secrets. So I'm not drafting a secret willingly unless it's the new mage secret that is actually overpowered. But you need 2 secrets in this, alright? And then if you draw both of them, right, it's not good. But and the fact that if you play without a secret, it's just a 2/4, which is really sad stat line. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of this card. I don't think it's good. Proud Roaster. I haven't seen this. If you're holding a dragon, deal 7, so kill a minion. So this is like a warrior card. If you're holding a dragon, kill a minion, warrior card. It's gonna be good in warrior, but it's not gonna be good by itself. And by itself, it's quite horrible. So I don't think you play it unless you are playing priest or warrior and you have dragon synergy. So you look out for that. Life Cracker. I was reading up. People hate this card as well because you can win a game off of it, and I do think they're right. Actually, I do think this card has a lot to be concerned about. The fact that it has 10 health for 7 is very, very powerful. Like, just good stats. And then you kill a minion, you get 10 attack, right? So say you kill a 3/4, right? Now you have a 10/7. You have to deal with that, right? And let's say you kill another minion, like you're not going face. You're like, that's not enough value. You're a chump, so you kill a 2/6 taunt they play out. Right, now you have a 25. Yeah, okay. That's a problem. That's real easy to do. And that's a big problem. That's game winning. It's actually very, very, very strong. I could see this being a 1. This could be another problematic card, just like for the like giggling level. So just something to look out for when you're playing. Maybe try these and see if they fit your playstyle. Enemies attacking this have a 58% chance to attack something else. This is pretty good because it's a 5 mana 6/5, right? So if the stat line's 5 mana 5/5, it's a 5 mana 6/5, right? And then it's hard to kill. So it says something else. So it could probably be their own minions too, right? So you want to get rid of this card, have a 50% chance to destroy your own board. If it can attack your opponent's minions, this card is a 1. If it's just like only options in your side of the board, then this card is still a 2.5, right? So this card is gonna be pretty solid. Like it's a 5 mana 5/5 6/5, better than a 5/5. So cell line's impressive enough, and then the effect is just benefits. It's a benefit. When an adjacent minion takes damage, this minion takes it instead. Can be. Okay, so what I think you can do with this is play a poison minion. or something like that, and then just drop this next to it, right? So play Gastropod and this, right, for 7, and you're like, deal with my 10 health Gastropod, sir. You know, that kind of thing, right? It seems okay. A 3-8 stat line isn't like crazy bad, right? It's like a 4-7, right? But you get 1 less attack and 1 more health. I think this is not a bad card. I think it's actually not good, not bad at all, right? Like I don't feel like the ability is a detriment, because I mean you could always play it by itself and you know whatever, and it's just like going to be tanky and just tank for you, right? You just make sure you utilize it correctly, right? You don't want to play a Firefly and then this, right? Then you just attack your Firefly and kill this. Right, you just gotta, as long as you use it correctly, it seems like a pretty good card. Give each player a copy of a random card from their opponent's deck. Give each player a copy of a random card from their opponent's deck. It's Mystic all over again. Except if you have a better deck, this is more punishing. Oh man. It's gonna be played. It's gonna be played because the stat line is great. But damn, I don't want to deal with this kind of stuff, man. I don't want to deal with this kind of stuff because like if I'm drafting correctly, right, at least for me, I'm gonna have big cards, right? And then they're gonna get a copy of my big minions, and they're like, "Well, I needed this league game. Thank you, Collins, educated C, sir." You know, whatever. I'm gonna be like, "Damn." But I mean, I guess like on paper, it's not a bad cards, but that's gonna be annoying to me. If you control a frozen minion, gain 8 armor. How do you do this? If you control a frozen minion. That's a little difficult to do willingly unless you run Frost Rider. Or the 8/8 for 6 that freezes a minion by themselves. So unless you're running either one of those 2 cards, it's gonna be hard to trigger it, but the stat line is a 4-mana 3/5, which is playable. So I'm gonna give this average stats because I think it's gonna be hard to trigger, but I think it is a card that is not horrible. Let me do it the other way around. Have a little, I don't know, cat's face. Seems okay. Haven't seen this one. At this start of your turn, destroy this and gain 8 armor. At the start of your turn, destroy this and gain 8 armor. I don't like this card. I don't like this. Oh, you play in Warrior. Turn 1, you play this. Oh, I see. I don't like it still, but I see where you're going with this. I think it's quite bad. In most games, it's not gonna do anything for you. Like even gaining 8 armor, even if it triggers, you're like, I don't know, 1 mana gain 8 armor. It's not a bad card, but it doesn't help you gain the board. And if you ever top deck this, you're crying yourself to sleep, aren't you? I mean, I would be. I don't like this card. If your opponent has 2 or more minions, it's a 2/4. If they don't have 2 or more minions, it's a 1/4. And I just don't like the fact that it's in general in the early game, it's always gonna be a 1/4 taunt in the early game, which is, I mean, it's a Stonehill better, but I don't care if it's better than Stonehill. Stonehill has taunts, free card value. This does not. I am not a fan of this card. I think it has potential, but it's not good potential. I'm gonna put it below average. It's not quite bad because it can still be a 2/4 for 2, which is great, but not all the time, which is not great. Yes. Well, I mean, I guess it's fairly easy to trigger, right? Like after turn 3. Like turn 4 plus, it's gonna trigger every time. So I guess like early game, it's not triggering. But any time after that, it will trigger. But anytime after turn 2, you're like, it's not as great. Like a 2-4 for 2 after turn 2 is like whatever. So when it needs to be the strongest, it's the weakest. Yeah, that's the problem. If you're holding a dragon, discover a spell. It's a 2-mana 2/2 with potential upside. The problem is that why are they're repping dragon synergy so much this expansion. Dragons and pirates. I don't know. I guess it's okay in those classes, warrior and priest, but other than that, it's not going to be. I'm gonna give it a below average score line because a 2-mana for 2, a 2-mana 2/2 is even in warrior and priest is not gonna trigger every single time. So sometimes you're gonna play as a 2-mana 2/2 and you're gonna be sad. So, not a fan. Well, there goes my stuff. There goes all of my stuff. Alright, let's switch it up. Fix that back. We've been having issues this whole time. I blame me, but oh well. Okay, so it's a soup vendor. If you restore, whenever you restore 3 or more health to your hero, draw a card. The problem with this is it has to have synergy, right? There are no classes that can innately restore 3 or more health. You have to have synergy with it. So it's inconsistent because you need synergy, and because of that, you have to look at the stat line. It's a 2-mana 1/4, which I'm not happy about. So I don't think this card is going to be that great. I'm gonna put it below average. It's not unplayable. It's a 2-mana 1/4, not unplayable, but not great. So, there you go. It's Murloc draw. I don't think so. This is not good. No one drafts Murlocs anyways. No, I mean, I guess in Shaman maybe you can run this, but other than that, like, no one's really drafting Murlocs with any degree of certainty. So I just feel like this might be a draw 1 card sometimes. I mean, which isn't that bad, to be honest, but it's not good. That's the problem. So, and it's also a death rattle, so it's not consistent either. So I don't like it. Water Boy, your next hero power costs 0, so it's a 2-mana 2/1 hero power. That's actually not that bad, in terms of value. So let's say it's a 2/1 deal 1, right? If you're playing rogue or mage or druid, all right. Just it's a 2-mana draw 1 if you deal 2 to yourself if you're playing warlock, right? So I feel like it's a decent card, actually. Like, you'll be surprised how useful it is. Like, as anytime you were gonna hero power anyways, bam, he's a free 2/1. You were gonna hero power anyways, bam, he's a free 2/1. So I think that's actually not a bad card. It's not great because the stats aren't that great, but it's free tempo, right? Arena Patron. I was discussing this with another guy, and he was like, I've never seen this card before. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I don't know. This card reminds me of Grim Patreon. I don't know about you guys, but I get that feeling. I don't think it's going to be that good, though. The overkill mechanic is okay, but it's kind of hard to do with a 3/3. You have to kill a 2/3. No, you can't even do that. You have to kill a 2 health minion, right? But I mean, I guess it has potential, right? If you can kill 2 health minions over and over and over and over again, I think it has potential, but I think it's hard to really reap the benefits of that potential. So you're not really gonna see a lot of people really utilizing this card. It might even be 4.5, but I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna hold on to some hope that it's playable in some classes. Give your opponent a coin. It's a 2-mana 3/3. Give your opponent a coin. I haven't seen this one. I'm not feeling this one. I mean, like, it's good against 2/3s, right? Your opponent plays a 2/3, you hit them with this, they're like, damn. But they get a coin. And in the early game, right? Coins are the strongest in the early game, right? So That's the issue, right? I think the coin is too strong. And in the late game, it doesn't matter that you're playing a 3/3 here. So I feel like the window way it's the most strongest, you don't want to give him a coin. And in the late game where the coin doesn't really matter as much, you don't care about playing a 3/3. So I don't think it's gonna be that good. I think it's gonna be below average because I think the coin is better than an extra health, like a 3/1, right? Like you get a 3/1 potentially, but your opponent gets a coin, which they can really use to abuse a lot of situations. So I don't think I like it. Serpent Ward. At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. It's a totem too. So it's a 2 mana deal 2. It's a hero power. But then it heals you for 2 because your opponent has to deal with this. I mean, I don't know why I'm thinking. I'm like, I mean, I think this card is probably bad, right? Because I mean, it's a 2 mana 0 attack minion. But I could see some classes making this annoying. But I think in general it's gonna be bad. Yeah. Let's not overthink these cards. Let's just look at the stats and look at the ability and say, I don't think it's quite up to snuff. Silenced enemy minion with taunt. Haha, dude, people are gonna love this card. And I'm gonna hate this card. This is not what I want to see. Damn, that's actually not horrible. Like, you'd be surprised how annoying this would be. I think you're like, if you're sleeping on this card, I think you're gonna be annoyed. You're gonna be surprised how annoying this card is gonna be, especially in the right classes. You're like, I play my taunt. I play my sleepy dragon. I play my shield breaker. What was that about your sleepy dragon? Oh, it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. Damn. And oh man, this card can like, this is the card that needed to be printed after they released Stegadon Steed. This is the card they needed to print. They are late. Steed is about to be gone. This card has been needed for a long time, sir. Oh well. I think this card is going to be pretty good. Actually, like, it's only the stat line. If this was a 2/2, I think this would be great. But it's hero powerable. But it's still a good card. After your hero attacks summon a 1/1 pirate, so this is 3/3 for 2 in Rogue. Just not as broken as the Hench Clan. I think it's pretty good. In those classes, right? Like, I gotta clarify, right? If you're playing, I guess Paladin with weaponed, Hunter with weaponed, and then Rogue and maybe Druid, right? It has some upside, so I think it's not that bad. Like, getting a 1/1 on 2, so a 2/2 and a 1/1, it's not bad. I guess a 2/2 and a 1/1. The thing is, like, you can still, it has like semi taunt, like soft taunt, because they have to deal with it. So that's the benefit. I think this card's great. Overkill, draw 2 cards. This is my type of card. Actually, like, this is what I like to see. You can drop it, and then if the opponent has no answers, you get 2 cards. It's not even 1 card. It's 2 cards. Like, this is my card. The thing is, there's a lot of 3/5s on 4. Right, that's where they But the thing is, right, like, let's say you're playing Rogue, right? You play this, and then they play a 3/5, and then you dagger the 3/5, and then, you know, it has 4 HP, and then you overkill, draw 2. Jeez, nasty. I think this card's insane. So I'm gonna be picking it up myself. Gurabashi Chicken? Overkill plus 5 attack? Wow, so strong. What a good card. this is the card for you guys. If you are ever wondering what the epitome of powerful chickens are, you gotta get yourself a Girabashi. You got this. Did I say powerful? I meant delicious. You gotta roast yourself a Girabashi. Oh, it's good. All right. Anyways, this card is not. You don't play it. You take it and you eat it. Honestly, because if you're playing with this card, then you look just like him. I guess, I don't know. Not a card to be played in arena. Amani Warbear. This card's pretty solid. The rush is the powerful part about it. Like it's an Etten, right? So it's a 5. It's an Etten without 2 health, right? But you got the rush effect, which can be like sometimes a lot better than that 2 health that you're paying for, and it still has the taunt at the back end. So it's not a bad card. I don't think it's like super crazy, like not great potential, but it does fulfill a role. Like I would put the Etten as a 2, and then maybe this one 2.5. So. Like, I do think the 2 health is usually better, but sometimes the rush can be a lot better. So, and then the rush, there's synergy with rush as well. So, taunt costs 1 less for each enemy minion. I'm not a fan of this card. I don't think this card is good. This card is quite bad because you need 3 minions on your opponent's side of the board to just make it a 2. You know what? I mean, okay, I'm gonna upgrade it. Because you need 3 minions to make it a 2/7. And a 2/7 for 4 isn't good. So you need 4 minions. So you could be hitting MCT, or you could play this for 3 mana. I don't know about you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not powerful enough to be worth the cost. It should be like a 3/7 or something. I don't know. It needs better stats, I feel. Not a fan. I like this one though. This brings me back to Zombie Chow, even though it's a little bit slower. So they get a 0/3, but it's a death rattle. So this has to die first. So just like, you know, like it's a 1 minute 2/3 period, and it has to die to even get the effect off. So I think this card's actually amazing. Like I think this card is fantastic. Like a 2/3 for 1 is. I've been through the Zombie Chow meta. I know what it's like to have a 2/3 for 1, and that is very punishing to have a card like this. So, and then the card the drawback is after it dies. So if you just protect it, if you just curve out and use other minions to trade, you don't even have to deal with it. Or you can trade in with a 3/1. So instead of going face with your 3/3. Or your 3/2, you just kill the 0/3. So I really feel like this card is insane. In general, so I think this card is really going to be seeing a lot of play, and you should probably pick it up if you see it, especially if it's not in an insane bucket, which it probably won't be, because I don't think they understand the power. Even though they know Zombie Chow is broken, I don't know if they know, because they wouldn't have printed this if they knew. Ah, man. And Zombie Chow was as 1 mana 2/3 with Death Rattle, your opponent gains 5 life. Just, you know, for the uninformed, that was the card. Sightless Ranger, Rush Overkill, Summon 2, 1/1 bats. I'm not a fan. I don't think that the Rush Overkill is saving the stat line of this card. This needs to be like a 4/4 or something. I think 3 attack with Overkill is very hard to do. Right, you kill a 3/2 or something. No, yeah, right. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's worth 5 mana, especially when there are cards that do this for like 4 and 3. It just seems very expensive. Like the rush is what's making it sound nicer, but I don't think it's that good. So I'm not sold on it. I didn't give it a rating. Give it average. Like it might be below average though, but I give it average. Arena Fanatic. Give all minions in your hand +1/+1. It's a 4 mana card. This one is interesting. Depends on how many cards you have, right? I mean, I think this has potential, to be honest. I don't think it's great. It might be average. It might be slightly above average, depending on how good you are at drafting around this card. I mean, I don't know. This is a card I have to see in play to really judge how good it is. Like, I can't tell from just looking at the text. I'd have to play with it and see other people play with it to really get a feel for how good it is. But I think it's gonna be a little bit average. It might be good, better than average. Like, I don't see it being worse than average. I don't see it being worse. I think it's either average or better than average. Deal 1 damage to all other minions. Nice. Is this what's it called? Dread Inferno? It's a Dread Inferno. A neutral dragon Dread Inferno. Nice. Nice. I think this card is actually insane. Because I know Dread Inferno, and Dread Inferno is insane. So this is just a Dread Inferno but it costs 1 less. You get the same health, but it costs 1 less. Nice. I like this card. I think it's probably going to be very strong. Yeah, I think this card is going to be very strong. Okay. Cool. 8 mana, 2/14. What other card has 14 health? Monka's Sword. That's right. Taunt 2/14 Divine Shield, 8 mana. 2/14. I don't know. There's something about that, like 14 HP. It's just like, jeez. And it has 2 attack. You know what? I changed my mind. This card is the 2 attack. Ooh, is super punishing. No, okay. If it had anything besides 2 attack. 1 attack I wouldn't like either. Like, it needs 3 or more. Cause I can't get this thing. I cannot get this thing pained. That's 8 mana and then it gets pained. That's 8 mana and it gets Kodoed. That's 8 mana and it gets Cabal Shadow Priest. That's 8 mana and it gets madness, but madness hits 3 attack too, so. But the Kodo, the Cabal, and the pain is just it's a lot to take in when you run this card, so I don't think I want it. The 2 attack is the bad factor, and it's because a lot of cards just like have more than 2 attacks, so you're not killing anything with this card. That's the problem, right? They just throw stuff into it, and then they still have more stuff left over. Yeah, I don't think I like it. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's good either. So. Stealth Overkill, gain 3 armor. Ooh. Okay, it's a 3/5, 4 mana 3/5 with stealth. So instantly good. Like, that's all you need. A 4 mana 3/5 stealth. Good card. And then it has Overkill, gain 3 armor. So what you can just do is kill small minions with this thing. And just like gain armor over and over if they don't want to deal with this card. I like this card. I think this card is actually great. Because a 4 mana 3/5 is great already. Like, and then the overkill mechanic isn't like that powerful or relevant, but it is an extra benefit. So I think it's a good card. I like it. A 2 mana 2/1 lifesteal Battlecry, gain 1 life, deal 1 damage. I don't hate this card. Okay. Feels like a better Rifleman, but Rifleman sucks, so I guess so this is like I guess this is like Elven Archer, right? A lifesteal Elven Archer. And I pick Elven Archers randomly. Yeah, I think this card will see use. I think it's better than average, yeah. The lifesteal effect is relevant too. Like heal 3, if not like in general. That's not bad. Okay, I like this. I probably play this in Warlock. That's what comes to my head. Like you run this in Warlock and just like have the 3 HP if they don't want to deal with it. There's the beast. That's the beast I was talking about from the card way back in the beginning. If you let's say, okay, I have to scroll all the way to it because I need to bring up my point. So let's say you are playing you're going second, right? You coined the Untamed Beastmaster, right? Bam. Turn 2, 3, 4, right? They play whatever. It's your turn. You top deck this monster. This Ornery Tortoise. And then turn 3, you drop down a 5/7. I mean, you take 5, but regardless, you drop down to 5/7. And you're like, deal with it. It's not fair. Anyways, I think this card's okay. I think this card's probably good. Well, you're taking 5 damage to get an extra health. Right? Because it's like comparative to a 3/4. I don't like taking damage, but I'm sure there are gonna be aggressive people that like this card. I don't like this is a personal thing. I think this card's probably better than a 2.5, but this is just a personal. I don't like taking damage unnecessarily, and I'd rather just play a 3/4 than this. So. I think it's a good card though, and I might change my mind, like if the 3/5 stat line is super relevant. But not right now. Has 2 spell damage plus 2 on damage, so it's a 2 mana 2/3, which is just average already, and then it can have spell damage plus 2 when damaged. So what people are gonna do is they're going to Spell Zerker, ping their Spell Zerker, Blizzard you, and Flame Strike you. So they turn all Flame Strikes into Blizzards into Flame Strikes with freeze effects. Yeah, that sounds fun. Ooh, I'm so glad they designed this card. Haha. Whatever. I don't think especially unless you're playing Mage, this card's average, right? I mean, there are other ways to make use of it, but it's not going to be as obvious or as easy. And I mean, people are not going to keep this damaged, right? They're going to kill it. They're going to one-shot it, so you have to like kind of do it the same turn. So I think it's okay, like average or so. Unless you're playing Mage, then it's a lot better. Man, and Mage has more than Blizzard. They got the new card as well. The deal 2 to everything. It's basically a Flame Strike your board. Ooh, okay, so this is an egg. Nice. Finally, some more egg synergy. I've been looking for this. So it's a 0/2, which is really nice because 0/2s die to AoE. And then it summons 3 1/1s. So I kind of like this card. It's a Shaman card for sure. Like, you'd play this in Shaman because it's like so good for Shaman. Like, the other card that was similar to this, it was a 2 mana 1/2 that summons 2 1/1s, I believe. And that card was insane in Shaman. This is kind of similar. So I do think this is a fairly strong card in the right circumstances. The thing, like, especially, I don't think it's gonna be in a powerful bucket. So like, you just drop this anyways, right? So you drop this, people like killing everything on the board. At least I do. Right? So you drop this, you don't want to kill it, so you're not gonna kill this, right? But then they get to do their buffs or whatever. It seems like a decent card. I do respect it. I didn't give it a score. I'm gonna give it a 2.5 as well. Surprising, right, for an egg card, but I think it's deserved. This card, it's a 4 mana 3/2 summon a 3/2. Right? It's because this is the first time I've seen this card, and I have to really think about this one. I think this card's average. I think it's average because The 3/2s don't deal with any 4-drop, and it's a slow value card. It's not even a value card. It's just a slow effect card where you get a 3/2, which is whatever. You get a 2-drop, and then when it dies, you get a 2-drop for 4. So you're paying 4 mana to get a 2-drop, a 2-cost card, and then sometimes you get a 2-cost card. So it's kind of like a slow 4-drop, right? Like if the value totaled up to like a 5-drop or something, then I could maybe give it some credit. So if it was like a 4/3 that summons a 2/3/2, that's a lot better actually. That is a lot better. But it's not. It's a 3/2 that summons a 3/2. So I don't really like it. It's not a bad card in that sense, but it's not special. At the start of your turn, restore 2 health to this minion. Okay, I like this. I like cards that heal or do stuff like this. Finally, they need more of this stuff. You know, I like it. It's a simple card, but I like effects like this. This is like a personal thing. I'm being biased. Full disclosure, bias here. I like cards like this, so I'm gonna make it give it a 2. It deserves a 2.5, but I'm gonna give it a 2 because I like this card. So yeah, good for me. Helpless Hatchling. Death Row to reduce the cost of your beasts in your hand by 1. Ew, not for me. It's a 1 mana 1/1, which isn't horrible. I mean, it's horrible. 1 mana 1/1 is horrible. What am I talking about? But it's got some type of random beast in it. I don't know. This is close to unplayable to me. To be honest, I'm never gonna pick this card, but I feel like other people might, but I don't recommend it. So I'm actually gonna. I don't recommend it, so I'm gonna give you. So I'm gonna give it a 5. I guess. So not for me. Battlecry summon a 5/5 hotshot. This reminds me of Reckless. Or it's not Reckless Racketeer, is it? It might be. There was a 6 mana 1/1 that summoned a 6/6. And this is the same thing. It's a 5 mana 1/1 that summons a 5/5. And the other one was really good. So I'm assuming this is also going to be really good, actually. So I think this is a really good card. It also plays around Explosive and Mirror, right? Which is just a good benefit. It's also an evolution target, an evolve target. You play this card and you put the 2 mana spell that summons a stronger 1 cost higher card, right? This is a great target. So I think cards like Reckless Racketeer, I believe that's the name of it, has shown that when one summon a well statted card is very strong, and I think this is not going to be any different. Has 4 attack well damaged. There's an issue with this card. It has 0 attack. So you can't attack with it. So you can't make it damaged. You gotta like, yeah, you can't make it damaged. Yeah, I don't like this card. It reminds me of Toothy Chest too much, right? Yeah, you can't damage it, so it has 0 attack. So you can't attack until like a 1 health minion. Right, so people are just gonna wait until they have 4 attack and then they just one-shot it, and damn, this is bad. I don't like this card. It's you know what? I'm not giving it any hope. Don't pick this card. I don't think it's good. Like, it's too situational. And okay, so imagine you buff this card, right? So you make it like you +2/+2 it. It's a 2/6, right? So now you trade. It's like now it's a 6/6. Right, but you don't need 6 attack now, right? You don't need all this attack. So imagine you +1 it, right? Just like, I don't know. And now it's a 5/4. You don't need all that, right? You want the 2, you want the 4 for it, but it's you have to use a card to trigger it or something, and then it's like it's too late. You've already wasted the value on this card, so I don't like it. Banana Buffoon! Add 2 bananas to your hand. It's a 3-mana 2/2. Add 2 bananas. Hmm. I think this card's okay. You're detempering yourself, unfortunately, but I think it has some potential. But overall, it's not super crazy. It might even be like worse than this. Might be like a little bit below this, but I think it's okay. I'm just gonna hold it at 3 here. Arena treasure chest. Arena treasure chest. Ooh, this must be good for Arena. No, it's not. The 4-mana 0/4, draw 2. God, that's bad. No one's gonna kill this. You've played this card, no one's gonna kill it. No one's gonna kill it. And then you just have this paperweight, right? And it doesn't die to AoE. You'd much rather have it a 0/2. Just die. It won't. Yeah, it doesn't even die to AoE. So you're just gonna sit there, being unopened for most of the game, unfortunately. And you're paying 4 mana to do nothing. I don't like this card. I'm not gonna give it unplayable. I'm not, because it has the word arena in it. So I want people to try it out. Make your arena deck with arena cards, like Arena Treasure Chest. But it's not good, apparently, in my opinion. So I'm not a fan. And this is a free agent, so that was all the cards. Okay. Overall, let's go through it. I'm gonna run through them a bit and just like say which ones I think are busted and like look out for. This one's pretty busted. If you have the right deck, look out for it. This one's insane. I don't like it. I think it's too easy. It's too automatic to get the effect going that can win you the game. I don't like it. But it's a strong card. This card's busted, right? Like if you just trade and you'll win. Yeah, that's my personal advice regardless. Just trade and you'll win. But this is the epitome of that mindset. This card's also okay. I don't think it's busted, but it's quite good. It's okay. All right. Gotta go quite afar to find something else that's really nice. This is like the closest here. This is kind of okay. This is pretty strong. All in all, I think they added a reasonably high amount of good cards. This is also busted. Like there were a decent amount of like actually good cards. This is also really good. Yeah, this is also pretty solid. This can be strong in the right decks, like aggressive decks can really make use of this. This is also really good. Yeah, quite a good number of strong cards, I think. So I think Arena is going to be quite exciting with these cards. There are a lot of really nice and playable cards in there. So if you are interested in trying Arena, this is a perfect time. Take a look, right? Because everyone's going to be new, right? No one knows what to do with any of these cards. So, you can steal the knowledge from under them, right? Get in the game faster and learn the metagame better than your opponents because no one knows the metagame. So, if you enjoy this, leave a like. If you don't do anything. I don't want the dislike. And actually, I mean, but you can write a comment telling me what I need to improve so I can internalize it into my personality or something like that. Anyways, whatever. Let's move on. Glad you joined us here. Skip around. There will be timestamps in your mind because I'm not doing it. Have a nice day. Take care, and I'll see you whenever you'd like to visit and all that good stuff. Let me move on. Blah 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 blah. Have a nice day.